All right, Coach, I'm looking at books here about Navy SEALs. The one on the left, that's Lone Survivor, Marcus Luttrell. The movie was just made about him, about him and his teammates in the mountains of Afghanistan. Why do you have these books?
Well, we really, number one, I had read Lone Survivor when it first came out. We went to San Diego State. We took our seniors over there to Coronado Island, and we had some guys from the Navy SEALs come in and speak with our team during the year, and then took our seniors out and educated them a little bit about team and about commitment and about sacrifices that we all make in leadership. The game of football and the game of what these guys do are two different things, but when you talk about being elite and you're talking about being committed and completed and being accountable and the respect and trust that you want to have for each other, I think our military is at the forefront of it.
Did the football players go out and get any hands-on experience with SEAL training?
They did.
Did you go down to the beach and get wet and sandy?
Wet and sandy, yeah.
Okay, now describe what that means, wet and sandy. What does that mean?
Well, you get in the Pacific, which can be quite cold, and you go out there, get a little wet, and then get on the beach and roll around in the sand and do a bunch of different things with each other, from carrying each other to rolling logs, to the log drills, to all those things, that teach the teamwork that it takes. Being sandy and doing the exercises with heavy clothes now that are wet and filled with sand, and the uncomfortable part of it. And that's part of being a good teammate, is understanding how to be committed, accountable, respectful, and trustful when you are uncomfortable.
That was when you were at San Diego State.
Yes.
Did the Michigan guys go out and get wet and sandy too?
We went out the last 3 years with our seniors.
And got wet and sandy.
Got wet and sandy.
What was Taylor Lewan thinking of getting wet and sandy?
Well, I think they all struggled a little bit, believe me. And the guy who always is the guy who is as good as any of them is our strength coach, because he still does it every year.
And he gets wet and sandy.
He gets wet and sandy.
And he's the last man standing, I'll bet.
Well, he's something else, I'll tell you.
That's pretty awesome.
I can remember the guy who was the leaders for the SEALs that were training. Our guys came up to me and said, who's that guy over there? And pointed to our strength coach, Aaron Wellman. And I said, well, it's Aaron Wellman. He's our strength coach. And he asked me, how old is he? And I said, well, I think he's 32, 33. He said, well, I wish I'd have had him 10 years ago. And I kind of looked at him, and he said, our country would be better off. I thought that was one heck of a compliment.